don't use this word. I believe sex work is real work. Do we really have to go through this? Streetwalkers, cam girls, aggressive women, or sex workers, then you can officially call them a bigot. You have probably heard of the term shemale. Hello, I'm Mackie of My Transgender Date, the #1 dating platform for trans women. Before I begin with today's topic, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today, we're going to talk about another word that's often used online and maybe a bit controversial. Controversial, you say? I love controversy. Yes, it can be controversial, but just a disclaimer, I'm here to talk about this word to educate, not to discriminate or to influence people to use these types of words. So purely educational, so let's get into it. What is the word? If you're always on the internet or if you've looked around on adult sites, you have probably heard of the term shemale. Shemale. I personally did not like this term when someone uses it to describe me. I find it too sexual, especially I first encountered it on sites. So, not for me. Okay, so what exactly is a shemale? Let's go ahead and break this down, okay? Now, this term was coined by the adult industry to describe male to female transsexuals. Let's put it this way. It's basically a combination of the word she and male. And it could be the short form of the phrase, she is male. But there's a lot more to it than just that, you know? So what does a shemale look like? Like really? Do we really have to go through this? But yeah, it's kind of getting uncomfortable, but for educational purposes, let's go ahead. Though shemale can be offensive, it's still an umbrella term for trans women. You'll find that shemales can come in all forms and appearances. They can be at any point in their transition. Now, some transgender women have undergone hormone replacement therapy and have a more feminine gender expression. Others may have had cosmetic procedures done, such as breast augmentation, hip and butt enhancements, facial feminization, and many more. There are also post-op trans women who have had bottom surgery, or we also know it as gender reassignment surgery. So shemale is just an offensive way to describe transgender women, transvestites, and transsexuals. Now, how was the word shemale first used? Let's dive into history. Around the mid-1800s, the term started being used on almost anyone who seemed to have mixed male and female traits. This included very feminine men and lesbians. But again, this was mostly used on trans women to describe them looking female and having male genitalia. Fast forward to 1920, surprisingly, it was used to describe feminist. Quite possibly because these women stood up for themselves in a time where women were expected to be meek and timid. So, is the word still being used now, and who uses it? In the present times, it is used to insult cisgender and trans women specifically. Shemale is used to describe aggressive women or workers or people who are in the adult industry. It can also be used on females that don't have feminine gender expressions. I haven't really encountered this personally, but apparently it's happening. It's more likely used in the West because the East uses the term ladyboy more. And oh, by the way, if you want to know more about the term ladyboy, you can check out our video here. You can also click on the link of the video, which I have put it in the description box. So going back, many of the people who use the term shemale might not understand and fully empathize with trans women. If a person continues to call you or any trans women a shemale after calling them out repeatedly, then you can officially call them a bigot. Some trans women also use this word to reclaim their power. That's why earlier I said I personally don't like it, because I believe there are actually trans women who likes to use the word. It's the same principle as black folks using the N-word. I don't want to offend anyone, but that's just my personal analogy. Because we are the only ones who have experienced the impact of this word, then I suppose we have earned the right to use it. The term shemale is often used in the adult industry. So when people look for adult videos of trans women, they use shemale on search engines. So the adult industry still uses it and capitalizes on this term. Why shouldn't you use the term shemale? If you're not trans, please, for the love of God, don't use this word. A lot of trans women still find this word very offensive, including myself. Why? Because it invalidates our womanhood. We are women. We wanted to be respected as women. The term carries a lot of negative connotations. And our experiences of being trans and our transition did not happen to fulfill people's fantasies of having the best of both worlds or being both male and female. Many of us trans women are not working in the adult industry. Not that it's a bad thing. I believe work is real work. We don't work as street walkers, cam girls, or adult film actresses, so please don't refer to us such, or at least don't generalize us. Again, it doesn't mean that all of us are comfortable using the term if one or two of us are okay with it. If you're interested in dating trans women, then all the more you should not use this term. It all boils down to respect. Words can hold a lot of power, so we have to be mindful and treat each other kindly. Now, if you don't know how to refer to your trans woman friend or date, then you can always ask them how they wanted to be called, or just simply call them women. I believe that's a safe way to call a trans woman. So there you have it, folks. Do you have any ideas for topics you want us to talk about? You know what to do. If you do have more information about the word shemale, I would really love to learn from you. So please make sure to drop them in the comment section below. Oh, and don't forget, love knows no gender. Until next time, and see you in my next video.